How's it going, guys? I figured since it is not hot right now, I would do the reptile room update video. Pardon my mess. It's kind of messy in here. These enclosures were clean. All the glass was clean on them. That was a while back. If you've seen the video of my new enclosure setup, that showed y'all what was going on. That was the last time I cleaned all the glass. So it's been a while since then. So all the glass got smeared. I have been spot cleaning the tanks. I did that yesterday. We're not going to look at the sand boa today because he ate yesterday, and I'm trying to make sure he eats since the other sand boa ended up not doing too good and he wouldn't eat and he passed away. So I'm going to try to not disturb him until I know he's feeding pretty good. He's already been fed 3 times since I got him. Let's get on with the video, guys. As you can see, guys, this is we'll start with the 2 big enclosures, and then I'll work the way around. So you can see, guys, this is Jack's enclosure right here. I put him back on the walnut shell substrate, so I redid a lot of his enclosure and put a lot more cage furniture in there to try to get him to not be so grouchy. Let me get Jack. I'll show you Jack. This is Jack, my bearded dragon. He's a male citrus. He's supposed to be a citrus leatherback, but his back isn't. It's just like reduced scales. You see, there's Jack, guys. What are you doing? As you can see, he's pretty big. I mean, I don't know how long he is. I believe he is. I believe he's like 15 inches. Yeah, he's probably 15, 16 inches. He's one of the bigger bearded dragons I've seen. Anyways, guys, this is Jack, and I've had him in my possession for 2 years. I believe he's 3. I had got him from one of my buddies that couldn't take care of him anymore, and he gave him to me with. I don't even have the old enclosure. He had him in a 40-gallon. 40-gallon breeder tank. And guys, when your lizard's this big, that's kind of small. You know, these are 75 gallons. They're 4 foot long by 20 inches deep by, I believe, 22 inches tall or something like that. This is more along the proper size, in my opinion, for a lizard that gets this big. I know everybody has their bearded dragons in 40-gallon enclosures, but look at his size compared to the enclosure, guys. You stick him up here on this log. I mean, a lizard that big needs an enclosure that big, in my opinion. Anyways, that's Jack. That's my bearded dragon. These 2 guys right here is Loki and Thor, and they're just regular ball pythons. This is Loki, guys. Let me pull out Thor. These 2 guys are full grown. These guys came into my possession from a friend that couldn't take care of them. I didn't have enough time for them, so I ended up taking these guys, and they actually came with one of the big enclosures, the Rep 4 habitats, and that's huge for a ball python. These guys have been housed together since they were babies, and you see Loki's the one with one eye. Loki's got one eye, and Thor just the normal. These are pretty big ball pythons. As you can see, there's Loki. I'll put her back. Loki's a female and Thor's a male, and they've been housed together since they were babies, and doesn't seem to affect them any. I mean, they both eat like pigs. None of them seems to be stunting the other one's growth. Since they've been in my possession, they've actually locked up twice, and but Loki was born without an eye, and I don't know if her sexual organs are functional or not, but she doesn't seem to get follicles in her. You know, I can't feel any when I rub my fingers across her. The only way to really tell would be for me to have, like, you know, a sonogram and check for follicles using the sonogram. I'll go ahead and go up here to my other normal. Up here in this enclosure is my son's snake. This guy, his name is Booksy, and I just got this guy eating frozen thawed. And you see, he's just a little baby. He would not eat at all when I got him. And the guy I got him from, actually, this is what's pretty neat, guys, about why I have so many enclosures and so many animals. My local pet shop sells these enclosures. They discontinued, I believe, this model. So he actually would sell these as a package with the snake, you know, with all the stuff to go with it. And what happens is, whenever I got him, I actually got him with an enclosure and a bunch of cage furniture. And he was given to me because the gentleman that had him, his girlfriend, didn't like a snake in the house. And so I got Booksy along with an enclosure and the cage furniture. I mean, it's pretty lucky. If you get a chance to get something free like that, guys, you know, I'm not going to say no. I have turned down some snakes here lately. That's because I have no room. Maybe when I get the outside reptile room built. This is Ruby, one of my other ball pythons. And this is my youngest daughter snake. As you can see, she's just real dull looking. This is Ruby. She is my albino ball python. These guys are pets, so I don't keep track. I know a lot of you keep track of their weight and all that stuff. I pretty much keep these as pets and feed them, take them out. You know, they're my pets. I don't keep track of the grams and the weight, as long as they look good. That's all I'm worried about. Like I said, this is Ruby, guys. This is my youngest daughter snake. You see, the reason why we call her Ruby is because her eyes, well, right now they're opaque, but her eyes are red, like rubies. Popeye is my pied ball python. He's probably gonna bite. He's a little feisty. He's in shit too. And there's Popeye. You see, he's real dull looking. He's got urates on him. And that's Popeye right there, guys. He's my pied ball python. And he was a picky eater when I got him. He wouldn't eat. He would eat like every month. And when I first got him, I actually had to assist feed him for the first 6 to 8 weeks, I believe. Probably like 8 weeks. Like the first 8 weeks, I had to assist feed him if I wanted him to eat. And then he started taking mice, and now he's really good about eating. I can't wait for this guy to get some weight on him and get as big as these guys up here. Because, do you imagine how gorgeous a snake's going to look whenever he's big? I mean, when he's that size, man, he's going to be a looker. I'll show you. This is my oldest daughter's leopard gecko. It was in her room, and then she kind of didn't want it in her room anymore. This is Cylindria. She's sleeping. She got a full belly. And she got a lot of new cage furniture too. As you can see, now I was informed when I bought her. I got this girl right here from Underground Reptiles, and when I ordered it, I just wanted a regular female leopard gecko, and they didn't have any. I was informed that this is a raptor, I believe. They didn't have any regular ones, so I was like, well, just send me whatever you got that's pretty. So not breeding them. Just for my daughter, she wanted a leopard gecko, so she got one. And that's Cylindria, guys. She's got a full belly because she just ate yesterday. Like I said, guys, I don't have these reptiles to breed or none of that stuff. I'll leave Izzy last. You can hear her moving around in there, I'm guessing. She is in season, and when she's in season, she rubs her nose wrong, once out, scratches on the glass. She's just a big jerk. Henry's my oldest snake. He's probably 20 years old. He's not doing good. He hasn't eaten in a long time. He's still moving around. I do not want to assist feed him, because if I assist feed him, I'm afraid it'll kill him. So I'm probably just gonna leave him be and let him do his thing until he passes, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty soon that he passes. But this is Henry, guys, and he's like 20. And he's a Pueblan milk snake. You see, and he's getting a lot skinnier, and I'm starting to be able to feel his ribs and stuff. He just won't eat. I mean, he's alert and stuff. He even scents me whenever I take him out. He'll poop on me. But I've just been giving him water and keeping him comfortable. I don't think he's gonna last too much longer. Kind of sad, but he's old. This is my favorite milk snake out of my milk snakes. Yeah. This is Violet, guys. And she's a Anery Honduran milk snake. She's really pretty. I don't know if you can tell, she kind of looks violet in color. Anery, I think in one of my videos it said Anery was like lacking something. Anyways, anerythristic means it's lacking red and yellow, I believe. So she's got this purple hue when you pick her outside. She's really pretty, and she eats like a pig. I had a Mexican black king snake, and he escaped, and we never heard from him again. I had a leucistic Texas rat snake, a little baby, and when they're little, guys, they can get through some little bitty cracks. Right here where the glass meets on the enclosure, he actually squeezed out between there, got out, squeezed into her enclosure, and then ended up in her belly. And this girl right here, if I throw any snake that's smaller than her in her enclosure with her, she'll probably eat it. I mean, she has an appetite. This girl right here will eat 4 large mice whenever I feed her. And she gets fed every week. Man, I mean, it's a looker. When I first got the snake, she was probably 12 inches long. And she actually, first day I had her, I was taking her out of the container that she came in and putting her in an enclosure, and the kids were jumping around. They were real excited because I got her, and she bit me on the neck. That's Violet, guys. See if she wants to go back in there. This guy right here, I have no idea what to name him, guys. The sand boa. If you have any suggestions for names, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I have no idea what I'm going to name the sand boa. Now for my favorite snake. This is my favorite snake. I've had Caw for about 2.5 years now. Whenever I got Caw, he was maybe 12-14 inches long and about as round as my pinky. He was a little guy. And if you've ever seen carpet pythons when they first come out the egg, I was going to buy another carpet python. He's a spilata, and I forget what the other one is with the more yellow. He's just they just call him a carpet python. I was going to get a coastal, and he had a lot more yellow on him, and he was probably maybe 10 inches long, and like I'm talking about like a pencil. I was going to get that snake, and then I ended up getting a different snake. Excuse my mess. I've been cleaning stuff out and redoing enclosures and stuff, and I have a crap ton of these hides. And I have a couple of these water dishes that are I'm not using. I'm trying to get away from these wood log hides, guys, because I have had a few mite outbreaks. I haven't here lately because I've been buying my substrate from my local pet shop from my friend Robert. When I was buying substrate from PetSense, it seemed like every time I'd buy substrate from PetSense, especially in the ball pythons, because the humidity's got to stay up, so I got to mist these. I wouldn't bake the substrate. I just put it in there, and it seemed like every time, like a few weeks after they would hatch, mites would hatch, and my snakes would get mites. So I've quit buying substrate from PetSense, started buying it from my buddy Robert, and the stuff that I get from him has been kiln dried. So they chop it up and then stick it in a big oven and of radiation and dry the crap out of the wood, which kills everything. Then they package it, which in my opinion, that's way better to get. And if you're wondering why I have a snake hook, this is why I have a snake hook, because this big guy thinks he's getting food every time I stick my hand in here, unless I take the hook. Here Izzy, she's throwing a fit. She sees me out here and wants me to get her out. This, guys, is Caw. I mean, if you're new to the channel, this is my carpet python Caw. He's a few years old, 2.5. He does have yellows and greens on him. He gets fed again on Tuesday. I try to keep track of these. The problem with having this many animals and having a feeding day is some of them won't feed on that feeding day, and I do keep track of stuff like that. If you want your snake to grow big, you feed them. If you want your snake to live long and not get so big, you feed them a less amount of time. More food, more food, longer intervals, and it keeps their weight down and it makes them live longer. When you do some snake keepers do to get their snakes really big really fast, is they power feed their snakes. That's fine for the snake. It does lessen their lifespan. It does make the snake grow really fast. Basically, this guy right here is probably one of my favorite snakes. Carpet pythons, guys. When I first got into snakes, I actually got Henry. Henry was the start of my collection. I had ball pythons before whenever I was young, like 16 or 17 years old. You know, and I'm 34 now. My friend actually gave me Henry, which when I was 16. To give you an idea, when I was 16, Henry was in one of my science teacher's classes. So I actually got Henry, and he's really old, guys. I got Henry in an enclosure that I don't have anymore. A lot of people probably wonder how I got these enclosures and stuff. But to give you an idea, guys, whenever you start getting way into reptiles, and like I said, you start collecting them, because like a lot of people in the area know that I do a lot of rescue and rehomes. They will give me all the cage furniture, the enclosure, and the animal, and I will either rehome the animal with that same enclosure and the cage furniture, or if the enclosure is something that I want, I'll keep it, swap out enclosures. I have a giant mess on my porch right now of some empty enclosures. I try not to get the enclosures that like the screens on the top that come from the top. I want enclosures that have a door, sliding doors in the front. Not only do I think they look better, but I think it's better access for everything. Anyways, guys, there's Caw. There's my favorite snake, and then I will readjust the camera and then show you Isabella. Well, I'll show you Roxy first. I'll show you my prairie dog first, and then I'll show you Isabella, because she's in season, so she's probably gonna climb on me. You'll notice I have a shop light up here shining up on the ceiling. That I was using that as a soft box. That way everything shows up a little better. Whenever I showed you this side of the room, it was actually tilted to throw light that way. And now I'm showing you this. I put it up that way. I'll show you Roxy if she gets up, because she's sleeping. If you haven't seen my videos, this is Roxy, guys. Come here, monkey. Come here, monkey. Come here, I want to show you to everybody. Come here. She's got some old t-shirts in her enclosed in her little house. Guys, this is Roxy. She was asleep. What are you doing? This is my prairie dog. And she's hey, don't fall down. Go all the way down, dude. She's my prairie dog. If you've seen my videos before, this is Roxy, guys. She is a year old. I got her for Father's Day last year, so she's almost a year old. Yeah, she's not fully grown yet. She's getting there. When I got her, she had an injured nose from wanting attention and sticking her nose through the wires on her enclosure, on her cage. This is a great pet if you have lots of time. She does require a lot of attention. They do get depressed, and then they have a tendency to die from depression. These dudes do bite. She don't bite anymore. When she was a baby, she would throw fits. She'd bite living fire out of you guys. I mean, they have awful teeth, like go deep into your hand kind of bites. Anyways, guys, this is Roxy. This is my prairie dog. Put her back up. Okay, guys, this girl really wants out, so I'll show you. This is Isabella. Come here. Come on, fat girl. Come on, we're coming out of here. Come on. Don't climb on my hand. Okay, guys. Get up here. Turn around so they can see you. Turn around so they can see you. And I haven't cut her nails, so it's literally like getting ice picks jabbed in you. She's probably gonna climb on my head. You can get up there if you want. Just don't pierce my ears. They can see you. That's fine by my face. That's fine. That's fine. Just don't pierce my neck, dude. As you can see, guys, this is Isabella. She is a iguana. She is a red iguana. Iguana is what they call green iguanas. But she's a red-green iguana. This girl, I'm guessing her age. I'm guessing she's about 4.5. When I got her, supposedly she was a year old. I'm guessing she was more like 1.5 or 2 years old when I got her. I've had her for a while now. When I got her, she was a biting, hissing, tail whipping jerk. And I blame a lot of that to stress. I think she was stressed out. I really don't think she's mean at all. She was just, I think she was stressed out. They had her in a bird cage. As you can see, this enclosure, the bird cage was about this guy cut in half. So probably a cage about the size of Roxy's. What are you doing, booger? Of course, she's freaking out because there's a light on top of her cage. I think mainly she was upset because they had her in the wrong enclosure. This is Isabella. Like I said, she's don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't climb on my ears. Don't pierce my face. Your nails. She's you can see she's a pretty she's a pretty loving iguana. She was like I said, she was really mean whenever I first got her. She I'm gonna get jacked or what? I think she was just stressed out from being in an enclosure too small. When I got her for a temporary enclosure, I had a Reptibreeze enclosure, one of those screened in tall ones. And she was in that for about a week while I built her. If you look at my old videos, I had this big wooden enclosure with plastic mesh on the outside. She was in that for a long time, and then she went down. Just don't pierce my face, dude. No, we're cool. She was in that for a long time, but it wouldn't hold humidity, so she had awful sheds. I mean, bad. I would mist her all the time, and the humidity would only go to like 30%. So, Kyle was originally in one of these, and he had a real pretty enclosure. He was in this enclosure. And Loki and Thor came with this bottom enclosure whenever they were given to me. So what I did was I pulled the bottom out of one of these enclosures, glass bottom, and double stacked them and put her stuff in here. And I don't think it's deep enough as it should be. I think it should be another like 6 to 8 inches deep. But she doesn't seem to care. She spends most of her time on her log, and then whenever she's being like she is right now, she spends a lot of time in the room with me, you know, walking around and stuff. If you're thinking about getting an iguana as a pet, guys, or any big lizards for that matter, be sure when I wouldn't order them online unless you're ordering them from, like, if you're ordering monitors, New England reptile distributors. which is Nerd. If you look up their YouTube channel, he does great work with monitors. He actually gets them really. He interacts with them to get them used to being for human contact, and before he even sells them. He's licking the back of my neck, dude. She if you're gonna get a iguana, I suggest you get a girl, a female, not a male, because males when they're in season can act like jerks. Doesn't matter how much you think you've got them tamed down. Remember, guys, snakes are easier to mess with than these lizards. These lizards require a lot of stuff. Like, she's got to have UVB lighting. So does Jack. They do have to have a basking spot, proper temperature, and depending on how you handle animals in general, snakes are usually more likely to let you pick them up and stuff. These lizards, big lizards like this, you kind of got to have a knack for these animals and be able to judge what they're going to do. What are you doing? You gonna jump down? Let me put her back up before she ends up getting on the floor and pooping or something. You don't want to go back in there, do you? What? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Hey. She's going to be scratching because she didn't want to put her back up. Yeah. Scratches, guys. She's been in season, so this is literally what I have to deal with all the time. These are all scratches from her. Scars. And then I got some on my back and my side and my chest from her crawling on me like she was. Now she's mad because I put her back up. Rocky Monkey, hey, you want to come out here? You want to say bye to everybody? Come here. Come here. That's my video, guys. I would show you the ferrets, but the wife works at night. She's asleep in the living room. She slept in the living room instead of the room back here. That way I can make this video. That's my reptile room update video, guys. I'm going to go edit this and go ahead and put it up for y'all to watch. Like I said, you got a name for the sand boa? Go ahead and leave it in the comments down below and give me an idea. He is an anery sand boa, so he's black and white. If that gives you an idea of, you know, some names that you could think of something that's black and white. I'm trying to hide. The big lizard's carrying you. Sorry, Roxy was trying to jump down. And if you want to see pictures almost daily of the animals and what's going on throughout the day, your best bet is to follow me on Instagram. There's a link in the description of the video to my Instagram page. It is currently set, I believe, as private. So in order to follow me, you gotta ask to follow me, and then I'll add you. My Instagram is mainly reptiles. There is an occasional guitar pick. I hadn't been one in a long time. I usually save my guitar pictures for my Facebook page. If you want to check out my guitar repair stuff, it's on Facebook. You can look it up. It's Sal's Professional Guitar Repair. You can check that stuff out if you're into the guitar side and see some of the repairs I've done. As always, guys, I'll see y'all guys in the next video.